Hello my beautiful friend. You will obviously enjoy the presentation on ghostly sexual desire. Please like my video clip and subscribe. Ghost sex is published online. I left a web link at the bottom. Feel free to email me. Ghost sexual craving. Ghosts have sex. A ghost is exactly the same as you and I. A ghost can fall in love with you. When we're in deep sleep, our souls leave our physical bodies and re-enter our physical bodies when we're about to awake. The difference is, we can re-enter our bodies because we're the living. A ghost can't return to his or her body. Their bodies are 6 feet under or cremated. Their bodies deteriorate, while ours don't, as long as we're alive. When we've awoken, we tend to forget what happened in our dreams or what we dreamed about. We sometimes have vague recollection of what actually transpired during our sleep state. There are countless cases throughout human history of reported accounts of ghostly sex with living human beings, known as necrophilia. I personally know of a few such sexual encounters. I'm a journalist and I got my ears to the ground. I came to know of people who have experienced necrophilia. In one situation, this young man confided in me that he was plagued by a female ghost. He said he would have bizarre sleep recollection about a woman coming to him in his sleep. He told me he considered the encounter as otherworldly and bizarre, because the encounter was recurring all the time. Let's call him John. John further said, "I do not want to be in the newspaper. I need advice." I told him to speak with his priest, upon which he replied he had already done so. I don't think the priest took me seriously, but he came to our house and prayed. "Does the rest of the family know about this?" I asked. He replied in the negative. He said his sister once, very late at night, saw my room door opening by itself. She had gone to the bathroom. "I have a girlfriend and I'm not interested in ghosts." He said he couldn't get rid of it. There was nothing I could really do to help the fellow. I suggested he start praying in his room before he would retire to bed. He responded, nothing helped. It's a couple of years now since I spoke with the guy. I realized, since it was quite an old house where he and his family lived, it could be a woman who once lived in his room and passed on. Some dead people are unaware that they've died and continue their existence as if they were still alive on earth. Most deceased people move on to a higher realm, towards the light, and go back to their soul families. But there are some deceased people who remain behind. Maybe they have some unfinished business or something like that. What I found was, those ghosts wandering our dimension want to continue with their earthly life as usual, as if nothing was the matter. Then I know of a married woman who got divorced. Her husband left her, because she didn't have the inclination to sleep with him any longer. This interview I conducted was quite a while ago. She, too, asked me not to write a newspaper article about her. I was a university student at the time and I freelanced for a few local newspapers to support myself. This woman, let's call her Mary. She took me into her room and closed the door so that her children wouldn't hear what she was about to tell me. She did not look relaxed at all. In fact, I can still picture her facial expression. She appeared as if she was in another world altogether. She lost interest in day-to-day chores, like preparing meals, watching soapies, or go out for a walk or for leisure. I don't know the reason why some people would confide in me or even telling me their deepest secrets. Maybe I appear approachable, or more likely, it's a cry for help. I couldn't really figure it out in the end. Mary sat on the bed and started crying. She looked up at me and said, "I know what I'm doing is very wrong and it's basically against my religion and belief system. But I can't resist it. I just don't have the willpower." I sat on the chair opposite her and emphatically listened to her. I found her story extremely intriguing, to say the least. I asked Mary, "Do you see the dead man?" Her answer was shocking. She said, "It's not a dead man. It's a demon." Jeff Balmer says in his book, Encyclopedia of Haunted Places, for people who are experiencing a haunting, it's difficult to know where to turn to for help. Those who are religiously affiliated may turn to their clergy who, hopefully, will take the situation seriously and get involved. But many others may feel embarrassed about openly discussing their unexplained phenomena for fear that they will be ridiculed. The concern is both understandable and valid. Even though every year millions of people have a brush with what they perceive to be the supernatural, open discussions still aren't happening in every office building and coffee shop. p.18, Encyclopedia of Haunted Places, compiled and edited by Jeff Bailner, Front Page Publishers, New York, 2005.